Welcome back to day one of Lady Arcaders Fashion Week. Members of the private Lady Arcaders Discord server will get the chance to share their top fashions for a special Ladies' Night event as part of Lady Arcaders Fashion Week. Have some fancy Sims custom content? Has your guardian picked up some new shaders in Destiny 2? Been working on cosplay? Share gameplay, videos, or pictures, or hop on webcam to show off your favorite fashions. Join us for the Fashion Show and Tell on Tuesday, April 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern. What's your favorite fashion trend? Best color for your complexion? Shiniest accessories? Be yourself in your style choices as we enter the world of Bratz. Flaunt Your Fashion. Any percent with gemstoned.
Hi, I'm Gemstoned. I'm going to be running Bratz Flaunt Your Fashion, and for my commentator, we have Pippy, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm PippyInATopHat. I've never played this game, but I'm so here for the vibes.
Yes, the vibes are going to be fabulous today, and I'm ready to get started if you are. So here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this is Bratz Flaunt Your Fashion, the newest Bratz game. It came out in 2022, but it's the same Bratz that we know and love. The Bratz still have their Bratz magazine, so they're going to travel the world to find all the hottest fashion trends and report them to the Bratz magazine. So right now we're kind of just doing a tutorial. We have to learn how to use a phone and meet all the Bratz. First we met Jade, and now we're about to meet Yasmin. And Yasmin lost her jacket, so we have to help her find her jacket.
Thanks. Can you...
She didn't look too far for her jacket because it's right outside her room.
My jacket. Let's start.
And now we're gonna take a selfie. So the selfies are the main mini game of the Bratz Flaunt Your Fashion. And kind of the goal is to align these circles together, which I did not do. That was a very blurry photo, so that was a bad example. But Yasmin actually thought the jacket would look better on Chloe, so we're gonna change Chloe's clothes here. And I think it does look better on Chloe. Now we're gonna meet Sasha.
Sorry.
Oh no, me too. The Bratz are fashion experts, so they change fast.
I'm sorry, didn't she also not look 2 feet to her left for that?
She did not. She did not. She wasn't wearing her styling glasses. So we met all the Bratz. We just met Sasha, and she let us know that there is a interview in an hour with our famous fashion designer, Marco Beretti. So we have to get ready for the interview. We already changed our outfit. Now we changed our hair and makeup, and we get to select our first brat, which is Yasmin. The fastest brat to choose throughout the run is Yasmin because she's the first one that comes up on the list. But for the showcase, I'm gonna let every brat shine, and we're gonna make sure every brat has their moment. All right, so now we get our first method of transportation, which for fast travel, which is a scooter. Even the Bratz gotta go fast.
No, see.
What? He's been...
I'm a big fan of this. Your scooter leaves like little pink trails behind it. That's adorable.
Can I help you?
Can I get a scooter that does that?
Interview?
That's right. You...
Not at all.
Yes, it's so fashionable. Even the scooter has to be extreme.
Don't worry, Mr. Burr.
Oh, grazie.
So now we met Marco Beretti, the famous Italian fashion designer. And we can't interview him yet because he lost his dog. But we found the dog, so that was the most important mission complete.
Oh,
Don't mention it. Okay,
my favorite.
what inspired you to...
And we're asking him interview questions like, what's your inspiration? What's the season's hottest accessory, which is chunky chain necklaces?
And that... Before...
And of course, we have to take a photo for the Bratz magazine.
Guys, we... Right?
I like how the editors are in every photo that goes in their magazine. It's an interesting choice.
Yeah, it's Bratz magazine, so the Bratz have to be in the magazine with all of the interviewees. This is our main kind of mechanism of the game, is converting style points into followers. So we're going to be using the computer a lot. And the whole thing about the game is unlocking enough points to get to the next location. With every quest, we get an outfit. So we got beach shoes, very cute. I love a chunky sandal. And we're going to be going to the beach later, but we're not done with Stylesville yet. So there's a talent show going on, and the Bratz have to go to the talent show to get the inside scoop on who's competing in Stylesville.
Figures. No sweat.
Bratz magazine, huh?
The talent show manager doesn't get a name. Poor talent show manager.
She's just the talent show manager. That's what we call her.
Actually, that's actually what her mother named her.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry for assuming.
Yeah.
So, you must...
Precisely.
So the talent show manager wants us to get 10,000 followers before going into the talent show. So we're going to do some shenanigans at the park, take pictures of squirrels, and do yoga. Look at that squirrel. Look at that perfect pose.
Dabbing squirrels was not a thing I thought I needed today, but
I'll even...
I've been more wrong before.
Yep, the squirrel indeed did a dab.
Yoga? We're beyond...
So now we're doing Fiana's quest, which is the yoga quest.
Okay, Chloe.
And I think Yasmin is the perfect brat to do this quest for because she's into yoga and meditation and animals and just being natural. So she's the more all-natural brat.
I love tree pose, and I also love heels, and I do not think I could do tree pose in those heels. I'm so impressed.
Okay.
I know the brats could do it all. And one last squirrel pick. Fabulous.
So, you're looking at the... tree...
Nice.
And this is Fiona, one of our original brats. I think she put on a little bit too much blush for yoga today. But we love her anyway.
She was just feeling a little extra in the makeup department. Everybody has those days.
Hey,
Yeah, everybody has those days.
you know.
Oh my,
So,
the great outdoors.
and you have a penchant for...
But
Are there lots of skirts? And...
That was a perfect photo. And we got our sports sneakers. They look so good.
Chunky. Love it.
All the shoes are
I can't
chunky.
say I could play sports in those shoes, but they are pretty cute.
Yes, we love a platform sneaker. Now we're gonna go to the apartment. There is a lot of back and forth in this run. We're gonna be constantly going back to the apartment to publish stories for the Bratz magazine.
They have such a spacious apartment. Well, that's a ton. It came up with apartment at the beginning of the game, and I was like, you mean this is not an entire house? That's so much space.
Oh, this is
I'm
just...
terrified of the rent.
Oh, the Bratz can afford it. This is one of the apartments. We're gonna have an apartment in Barcelona and Seoul, and just wait until you see the size of those apartments.
In Seoul, They have a huge apartment.
Yep. It's a 2-story and everything. So now we unlocked the theater. We got our 10,000 followers to unlock the theater, and we're just gonna do some setting up with Talent Show Manager.
Oh no.
Hey, Bratz.
Ugh. It's if things.
Oh no. What's this?
It's 10 minutes till we.
See, I'm noticing that the talent show manager does not have chunky shoes on,
Is that
and I think that she would be in a lot less constant strife in terms of managing this talent show if she tried out the chunky shoes. That's the key to success. That's how they can afford all of these apartments. It's all in the shoes.
Are you saying that literally there's a hollow space in their chunky shoes and that's where all their money is?
Maybe I didn't realize that that's what I was saying, but maybe that's where they store all the money.
Maybe they don't use a bank.
Hey, they're not carrying like a fashionable bag to go with their outfit, so I'm pretty sure that's where they keep their wallet.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, can you imagine going to airport security to get off flight to your new apartment in Seoul, and you have to get your passport out of your chunky shoe?
Chunky shoes. I'm imagining it right now. I'm rotating the shoes in my mind. Like in Resident Evil to open the little latch on the shoe to pull out my passport.
I don't know how.
no biggie?
Quick!
All right, so we got everything we needed to do for the fashion show or for the talent show, and 2 seconds later there was a drama. So it looks like the dancers couldn't make it and had to drop out of the talent show. So who's gonna step in? The Bratz.
Our tickets promise.
Okay. Crazy. What do you? What? You got? Have a. Then it's.
That's
So we're gonna do a talent show. We're also gonna have a fashion show later, and we get to meet Fiona again.
Talent show?
Still went hard on the blush, but that's okay.
pretty. Whenever.
She needs to pick up on camera.
Yeah, pick up on the stage, on the talent show stage.
Is
This
that how
is-
blush works?
Here we have our first dance sequence. Sasha's choreography is pretty fierce. And I just want to take a moment to appreciate this game because they really did stay true to all of the original outfits and hair, makeup, accessories from the original Bratz dolls in the early 2000s. So all the clothes that you see on the Bratz right now, you can actually have on your Bratz doll.
Also, just we were marveling in the setup room at like how fluid the animations are and how just like quality this game looks. Like it's very true to the source material, but also like look how much love and care was put into all of the animations. I love the detail that they're not always like perfectly in sync while dancing, because like yeah, no, that's what people dancing looks like.
It's very real. You said it perfectly. They really did stay true to the source material, and that's what makes this game so special.
Wait. Oh.
And also the animations. This game is the newest Bratz game, came out a few years ago, so it looks really good compared to, you know, the older Bratz games, but I still like the older Bratz games better.
I didn't realize there were Bratz games, but I mean that's on me. That's not on them for advertising. That's on me for not realizing. And I think there's a hole in my life that is just now getting filled now that I know.
Oh yeah, the Bratz
I gotta play this
games
game.
will fill that hole. There's so many of them, and they're all so good. They're so fabulous. The funnest thing to do in this game is dress up all the Bratz because there's just so many different combinations and styles and looks you can put together.
I have to say I'm a huge fan of, was it Chloe was the one that you gave blue lipstick to?
Yes.
Like, I saw that and I immediately went, I owned that color of blue lipstick until like 3 months ago when I realized it was expired and I had to throw it out. And now I am sad because I don't have that blue lipstick anymore.
Pick some up. Pick some. Wait, do they still make it?
They probably make one that's like a similar color. I don't know if they still make that exact one.
Welcome to the. You're
Right.
Well, yeah, it's a Chloe-inspired lipstick. You gotta match with Chloe.
Sure. We got this.
This is my casual cosplay.
So now we're at Barcelona. We're gonna go to the Extreme Games, and this is our Barcelona apartment, which is huge. I would not call it an apartment.
I love this color scheme more than the first
Well,
apartment.
I mean, right.
Yeah, it's very
I-
summer.
That yoga we were doing in the park, we could just do the entire thing in this apartment. That is so much floor space.
Okay.
Room for activities.
Weird.
And that fellow could use some sunscreen, I think. Is he okay?
That's actually the whole quest, is Dylan or Eaton hit the beach too hard because he forgot his sunscreen. So the Bratz have to give him some aloe vera oil and help him out a little bit. So that's the whole mission. This is a lesson to always wear your SPF.
Not only that, but make sure you put it on before you go outside so it soaks into your skin. This is your
Yeah.
public health minute. The Lady Arcader's public health minute.
Please don't do that again. But now,
Also, speaking of Fashion Week, big fan of it, if you are like me and always forget that it's sunscreen season, get yourself some concealer with SPF. I am both covering up my flaws and also technically putting on sunscreen, at least a little bit, until I realize that I should probably be putting on more sunscreen than this.
Yes, plenty of moisturizers now have sunscreen in it. Yeah.
Take care of your skin, everyone. Now we're getting our another fast mode of transportation, which
Oh, let's
is
go.
Oh, you're so zippy.
the rollerblades, ready to roll. Now I'm going to do something very specific to the speedrun, which is upgrade the computer. Basically, upgrading the computer will give you more followers in the end, and that's the whole point, is to get followers fast so we can unlock the next location.
ready for the what now?
Because as people on Twitch, we all are very aware of the fact that the reason we get new computers is because it increases your follower count.
Is that how that I can get more followers?
Yep, just upgrade your computer and you'll get times 10 more followers.
Okay.
Man, yeah, I increased my RAM and now I clearly have so many more followers on Twitch.
That's how it works.
I see you found and let.
All right, so now we're
Water
doing the water fight. Yes.
I love that they all have the chunky sandals.
Yeah.
This is our summer location, so we're having some fun in the sun. And I also love this song because all the music in this game is the same music from the original Bratz movies and Bratz TV show, so they really stayed true to the original Bratz, and I love it.
I am very appreciative just in general of like, you know, you have all of these like very nostalgic IPs and like, I never played the Bratz games growing up, but I played some of like the Barbie games and like it was always a marvel to me when games like that were like well made and not just a quick cash grab, and I appreciate that that has much more become the standard from a lot of what I've seen, because it's almost like making one really good game is better than making 10 cash grabs.
Oh yeah.
Respecting your audience, respecting the little girls and boys and, you know, who are playing these games.
I don't know. No way.
As someone who loves Bratz, I definitely feel like they did the game justice by sticking with the original material. And yeah, it's definitely not a cash grab. They have 2 DLCs. They have the Girls' Night Out Fashion Pack and the Pretty and Punk Fashion Pack. And those actually add new clothes from the actual Bratz fashion lines from the early 2000s. So it's pretty cool. So that was the only time we'll go to the mall. I'm sorry, the beach. We only went to the beach for about 30 seconds there, but we'll never go to the beach again because it's a pretty big location and you can't use your rollerblades in the sand. So it's kind of slow getting around.
Good
I'm
idea.
I'm amazed that like
Hey, don't get
they don't let you use the. That's a really nice attention to detail that you can't just use any transportation option on sand.
Yeah, you could use it everywhere else on the beach, but not the sand or the stairs. So yeah, they were really stayed true to it.
Somebody was operating off of real world logic and not video game logic that day, and we appreciate it.
So as you can see, because we upgraded our computer, our conversion ratio is now 16 instead of 10. So we're getting 16 times more followers.
I was not expecting getting a new computer to be that big of a difference. And man, you heard it here first. That's how to be popular on the internet.
It's true.
Upgrade your computer.
Today,
coolness.
And because we got 100,000 followers for the Bratz magazine, we are allowed to interview all the contestants for the Extreme Games. So the Bratz are now sports reporters too.
What's the most
I gotta say,
here for it? Go
I'm very here for it plays the beginning of the voice line before it lets you skip. I absolutely love hearing 2 words out of every sentence. It is just so strange and absurd. I heard one of the characters just say, "Coolness!" with no rest of the sentence, and I love that. That's
Hey,
A+ characterization.
That was a really good
do you think it's okay?
voice acting right there with when you said coolness. It sounded just like them. I think that was Yasmin who said it. Yeah, but I love a fast combo game, and the Bratz gave us fast combos, so. We had our eyes closed in that picture, but that's okay. We'll
Does it take away points for having her eyes closed?
Surprisingly, no, it doesn't.
Oh, she's just showing off the eyeliner and eyeshadow. It's part of the look.
Oh yeah.
Man, times 16 is just a wild return on investment. I'm sorry, I'm still on this.
Well, at our next location, we're gonna upgrade the computer and it's gonna be times 22.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's also a weird number to settle on, is 22. We're not going to 20, we're going to 22.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they decided on all these numbers, but it's really interesting how you just have to get a certain number of points to unlock the catwalk in the end. So that's kind of the goal that we're trying to get
I'm fine.
with all these points.
Don't worry.
They're called style points,
Really?
and style points convert to followers.
Great.
So now
I hope everybody's taking notes for your online presence. Be stylish, have good computer. That's all you need to do.
yes. And we're kind of doing a detective mission right now. Someone from the Wings team had their roller, what's it called? The wheels taken off of their skateboards. So someone is trying to sabotage the competition. And we gotta find out who it is. And there's the saboteur. He is from the Belays team.
Yeah.
I can't believe his name is Saboteur and we didn't figure it out earlier.
Yeah, Mr. Saboteur.
Somebody sabotaged the other team. Is it maybe the person whose name is literally Saboteur on the registration?
Sorry to be.
So now we gotta report Saboteur to the Extreme Games organizer, because now they're disqualified from the competition. So who's the best to step in at trying times like this? The Bratz. Because the Bratz can do anything. They could dance, they could sing, and they could skateboard.
You should come.
You bet.
I'm surprised they're skateboarding and they're not roller skating, considering how much practice we're getting in on the roller skating. Maybe it's transferable skills, I'm not sure. I've never been skateboarding.
Me neither. But Sasha is killing it with the skateboarding. This is the only mini game that doesn't have any background music in it, so we're just gonna kind of listen to the skateboarding ASMR sounds.
I love my fashion magazine ASMR.
Nice.
They don't mind you just taking extra photos there.
And we're always taking photos.
Always be snapping pics. Oh, ABC, always be cameraing.
Sad that this game, I guess it's the wrong part of the early 2000s to have Heelys, because then that would be such a nice time saver. You can use your roller skates indoors with only a large chance of personal risk.
Hang on, I'm looking something up. Let's see. So they were patented in 1999.
Ciao, girls.
Loud and clear, Mia.
So it
So
is
does that mean
entirely
we could have
possible.
Heelys?
It is entirely possible that Bratz could have had Heelys, yes.
Bunny Boo.
Chunky Heelys.
Yes!
Why don't
That would have been perfect. So now we're going to go to our next location, which is Seoul. If you remember the famous Italian fashion designer from the beginning who we interviewed, Marco Beretti, he's having a fashion show in Seoul and he wants the Bratz to show off their designs.
And so they get an entire apartment in Seoul just for one fashion show?
Yes.
Y'all, I think this magazine might be lucrative.
The Bratz are moving up fast.
English arrivals.
you made?
Mr. Beretti.
So Jade is going to represent us in Seoul. Jade is my favorite brat. And if you have a favorite brat, please put it in the chat because I would love to know. And there are no wrong answers. So this is our apartment in Seoul.
Okay. Okay.
This. Please.
Man, or
It might not be as big as the Barcelona one, but I feel like it's a little bit more stylish.
ain't.
Already?
I think it's also a better use of the space. Like, I really like the decision to have, like, the sectional sofa, like, closer to in the middle of the space. The Barcelona one just had a ton of floor space, but not a lot of use for it. I feel like this one, they're really maximizing on this. Oh my god, you have a hoverboard.
Oh my.
Yes, we went from a scooter to rollerblades to a hoverboard. So Seoul is definitely my favorite location because of the hoverboard. And now we're upgrading that computer to get 22 times more followers. And now we're gonna check out the fashion store. The fashion store is called Strut It, which is the original name of the fashion store in Stylesville. And there's a famous actor that's in the fashion store, so the Bratz have to get in and interview the actor for the Bratz magazine.
Who cares?
Wait, don't.
No.
Guys, we gotta get in.
Yeah,
Who do you think's in there?
I can't get.
Henry Cavill.
Jeez. Well, yeah, that's.
What if they got Henry Cavill for this game? He loves
Or do they
games. He
need
loves
somebody
video
who was
games.
popular in like the early 2000s? Who was popular in the early 2000s? I don't even know.
It's Paris Hilton.
Okay, Paris Hilton. Yeah, that would be a good one.
Something's up at the.
But the Bratz really love to take real life characters and kind of make it their own. So the famous actor that's in the fashion store actually goes by the name of Tom Denmark, who is a reference to a real life actor, I think.
Who?
Hmm.
Who could that be?
Tom Denmark, I don't know.
Who? Tom.
Oh my gosh, Tom Denmark. Wow. Looks exactly like him.
Thought you should know. There's
Thanks for the heads up. You got.
us.
I'm a person who's horribly illiterate about actors, so I'm like, I don't get the reference.
I got discovered.
Oh.
by-
Do you prefer? And
It's okay. I actually did not get the reference at first until other people told me that it was the Spider-Man actor. I forgot his name.
Oh, that makes sense.
I would not have gotten it if you hadn't said it was a real life person.
Yeah, I didn't get it at first either. It's okay.
I love that for all of us.
I appreciate that he's a famous actor and he probably gets photographed all the time, and he looked a realistic amount of awkward in that photo.
Oh yeah. It's okay. We won't be seeing him again.
We're not gonna paparazzi follow around Tom Denmark.
ooh,
So now we got a text message from the secret designer, and the secret designer has an outfit for the Bratz. So we gotta go find it. We gotta go do a scavenger hunt to find the secret outfit.
I appreciate a scavenger hunt on a hoverboard. Only correct way to do it.
It's funny that you say that because we're about to go to the next location for the scavenger hunt that does not allow us to use our hoverboard.
No!
No.
Boo.
Boo.
That's the Art Expo. Now, the Art Expo, this location is very big, and you cannot use your hoverboard at all. So that's why for the speedrun, we avoid this location at all cost, because it just takes forever to get from one place to the other.
Like, yeah, it might be a little disrespectful to be riding your hoverboard around in front of the fancy art, but hear me out, I'm speedrunning right now.
Exactly, and you can't use it at the airport either.
Trying to get your hoverboard through security?
okay.
An alternative top.
That is the secret outfit. Now Jade is gonna model it for us. I'm so excited to show it off because it's pretty fabulous.
How chunky are these shoes?
Very chunky. And this is our secret outfit. I love this outfit. It's so nostalgic for me with the purple sparkly butterfly top and the jeans that have the like flower pattern on the bottom. Because I actually had the same outfit on my Bratz doll as a kid.
Yay!
No.
Also, I know we've talked about how, like, cute and attention to detail this game is, but the animation, like, the full animated, like, idol of the Bratz uploading stuff to their magazine is, like, so unnecessary. They could have just given us, like, a follower screen, but they went the extra mile and gave you a full animation, and it looks cute as hell. I'm so here for it.
Yeah, it's so cute. The attention to detail in this game is amazing, and they really wanted to make sure you really felt like you're uploading to the Bratz magazine.
I also just like how happy they look to be doing this.
I know, replying to comments, uploading photos. They really love their job.
That's the kind of job satisfaction that I think we all strive for.
Nice! So we got enough followers to unlock the catwalk. Now this is probably the moment we've all been waiting for. This is the best location. We are at the catwalk and we're ready for the fashion show.
Ah, good.
And we're still on a hoverboard.
Yes.
Before the
Can we hoverboard down the catwalk?
You actually can, but not during the minigame.
he really
Oh.
good luck.
So now we're about to meet the secret designer, and the Bratz knows what he looks like because of his red suede shoes. But this is the secret designer, not so secret anymore.
Impressive.
Your red suede?
Clever. I suppose.
An interview? How do you...
I like that we only got the part of the camera pan that was his shoes.
Yep.
Why did you decide to come?
The important part. The identifying shoes. Imagine the rest.
The shoes were important. And as you can see, I'm going to be kind of spamming through the photos for the rest of the run because the photos don't matter anymore because followers don't matter. We unlocked all the locations we need, and it's going to be blurry photos for the rest of the run.
This is the downfall of... Like, simultaneously the downfall of a creator who doesn't care about giving a good product to their followers anymore and just cares about min-maxing, but also they're still having a blast doing it.
Yeah, the Bratz quality went down after they reached 200,000 followers, but
It's time.
all right, so it's time for the fashion show, but right before the fashion show, the power went out.
We got
So who's gonna fix it? The Bratz, of course. They can do anything. They are electricians, dancers, skateboarders, you name it.
Was she wearing gloves? Was she wearing protective gloves at least?
I think so. I went too fast. I couldn't see.
All right, it's back to the Lady Arcaders safety and health and safety minute. Please, if you are ever doing electrician work, please wear safety gloves. Thank you.
Listen, she's fabulous. I'm sure she has electricity protective nail polish.
Ooh, that would be fierce. So now
Allow it.
Jade is walking the runway. Let's go, Jade. Strike that pose. Oh, oh,
And that one.
oh, oh. She got it. She got it. Hold the pose, Jade. Let's go. Woo! Oh, she's still slayed. She...
Jade has slayed.
So that was our little fashion show, and now we gotta go take a photo to remember the moment, of course.
Aw,
Nonsense.
come here, guys.
Another blurry photo for the magazine.
Maybe they're not actually blurry photos, and they just, like, decreased their print quality, and for some reason are still printing physical magazines. We think it's the photo quality from the camera, but it's actually just, blurry photo paper.
Yeah. I like that explanation.
He's wearing their glasses.
I mean, people liked it anyway, so.
So now we're about to say goodbye to Seoul and go to our next location, which is New York. The secret designer has invited us to go to the Style Soiree. It's the hottest fashion event of the year, so this is huge for the Bratz.
Where was their first apartment? Was that in New York, or was that somewhere else? Because we had one in Seoul and Barcelona.
The first one was in Stylesville, which is where the
It's in
Bratz are.
Stylesville.
Yeah.
Where do we know where Stylesville is? Is that its own country?
I
or-
want to say California.
That makes sense.
And now we go back to Chloe, who we started with, for our final location. This is the Style Soiree.
Good evening. Tonight.
This is so. Yeah.
And this location's pretty fun because you actually get to customize everything. We get to pick the music, the lighting, and the table color. We picked pop because that was the first option. And as you can see, we cannot use our hoverboard or rollerblades or scooter in this location, so I have to run everywhere. It's gonna be a little bit slow.
I love her shoes, though.
Yes. I love Chloe in the blue. She looks so good in blue.
Great thinking. Ooh, you know it does. By the way, Could you?
Sure. Want
You mentioned at the beginning that I think you said Yasmin was the fastest character option. Does she just have less dialogue and interactions? Does she move faster? Like, what makes her faster?
Oh, that's a good question. Because when you go to the menu to select the brat, she's the first brat to select. So
Oh, it's just menuing?
yeah, it's just you don't have to change which brat you want on the menu. So it saves a couple seconds, but she is the fastest brat. But yeah, I guess all the brats kind of run the same speed.
I,
No probs.
An amazing
None of the
coincidence.
brats are skipping leg day.
Girl.
All right, so Marco Beretti has some outfits for the brats, but he lost his suitcase with the outfits, so we have to go find it. And if you remember in the beginning, he lost his dog, so Mr. Beretti is very good at losing things.
I mean, at least it was further away than the jacket was at the very beginning.
Oh yeah, Yasmin's jacket.
quick, girls, and
All right, so now we change into our final outfits. These are so cute. We took our last photo. And now we're gonna go get the band back together for the Style Soiree. We just saw Felicia, now we're gonna see Megan, and now we're about to see Roxy. So all of our Bratz friends are here again at the Style Soiree. And we see Felicia over here, still with her extreme blush, or Fiona, I'm sorry. Yeah, all the original Bratz are here.
Who's your favorite member of Noise?
Oh, the Noise Boys.
Who's your bias?
They're all just named boy band members, so I like boy band
I'm partial
member number 1.
I am also partial to boy band member.
He's so cool.
He's so handsome.
If our
No problem. Totally.
major thanks. Let
Yeah, boy band leader, not so much.
I don't like his attitude.
So now we talk to the secret designer and start the show. This is it. This is our final dance. And as you can see, all the Bratz changed into their dresses from Mr. Beretti, but this is really from the Girls' Night Out fashion pack.
I gotta say they are very cute. I'm loving the like little armbands.
Oh yeah, on Chloe.
Yeah.
So cute. It's so early 2000s.
Can we bring back cute armbands?
Yes, please. Bring back these Bratz trends.
Listen, I already wear chonky heels around GDQ, so please bring back the Bratz fashion trends so that I don't look like such a weirdo.
No, Bratz fashions never look weird. And this is actually our final minigame, so I don't really have to play this minigame correctly, but I'm going to because so the Bratz don't trip and fall. But here we go. This is about to be time. Once we hit the credits, we are going to end the game and end the timer. So time is coming up in 3, 2, 1, time.
Yay! GG's!
Woo! That was Bratz, Flaunt Your Fashion.
Well, please, where can we find you two?
So you can find me on Twitch at gemstoned_. I like to speedrun a lot of games on there.
Hi, I'm PippyInATopHat, and that is where you can find me, is to put it in Google or something. But, also, I'd rather advertise more for, Gemstoned. I believe you're also going to be on Hotfix Comms later
yes.
this week.
So are you.
Because, yeah, a friend of ours is going to be running,
Nancy Drew, the Deadly Device.
Nancy Drew, yeah, and
Nancy Drew?
yeah, there's so many Nancy Drew games. But yeah, she's good. Tomodachi is gonna be running Nancy Drew and the Deadly Device on Hotfix later this week, and we're gonna go hang out and show y'all a really interesting speedrun. So don't miss that one.
Thank you both so much for being here today with us at Lady Arcader's Fashion Week. Everyone, give Gemstone a huge round of applause for that fantastic Bratz run. Who's your favorite Brat? I love Jade. I'm very, very partial to Jade. Now, stick around, everyone. That is going to be it for me as your MC here on Lady Arcader's Fashion Week. But up next is going to be Princess Shortcake, and she is going to be a fantastic MC for you right here. So please don't go away. Stick around.